Hello. I think we're on screen so many times now. It's easy to forget when we're live and when we're not, isn't it?
That's our new intro, is it? Hello. Right.
Sorry, guys. Why does it feel like a Monday morning when it's Tuesday?
It's a good question.
Is that because I did some socialising yesterday?
Why can't I get onto my own Facebook to put a comment saying it's live? That's a good question, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. So many questions. Is it Questions Tuesday?
It obviously is live. Oh, there we go. Right. Edit the privacy.
There were 11 people there.
I know, it's already working. Yeah,
so hello, 11 people.
Good morning, everybody. Right, that is now public, so you can share it. So please do. Don't confuse. Good morning, all. Says Mark. Morning, says Tony.
Hi, Tony. Don't confuse us, Bev. Oh, yeah. In my official capacity as the person who says which day it is Tuesday. Hope everybody had a nice bank holiday weekend and managed to do something that felt a bit different, even if it wasn't going to a packed beach. What's the matter with people? My God, the photos this morning were...
Yes, it does say help on my T-shirt, Neil. Look, help. So I'm sending out Stockholm Syndrome messages. Right. Before we get started this morning, just a short announcement. We've been chatting. Me and Bev have been chatting. We've been talking about things gradually going back to normal, or some semblance of normality, and we agreed that basically we're going to run these through until this Sunday. So Sunday the 31st will be our last one, and then beyond that, we know that some of you will finally be able to get back to work with your childcare. Some of your childcare issues settled. Some of you are already gone back to work. But yes, so
most of our venue community, let's face it, has been at work all the time.
Obviously not the venue
suggesting
community.
You've been on holiday.
But you'll be seeing there's lots of other activity coming up. So Sunday the 31st is going to be our last one. And so we decided to go back through. There are about there's about nearly 50 of these.
Yeah, if we finish on Sunday, it'll be 48 in total that we will have done.
Yes. And so we decided, right, what shall we do to mark the fact that we're coming to the end of these? And we had a quick flick through and we looked at all the ones we'd done, and we looked at all the ones that got the strongest reactions and also the ones we just enjoyed the most, because this is about us, not about you.
The older ones, not the recent ones, because obviously we laughed absolutely the most with Links last week.
Links last weok was a bit of a thing. So, morning, Esteban. Look, Esteban's here.
Hey,
Esteban. How are you, mate? Are you good? Yes. So we decided we would invite back some of our favourite guests and also just try and fit in the ones that we did get into. So we're going to try and do that in the remaining of this thing. No, Mark is not doing beatboxing, Chris.
Yes, that was only last week. We're not revisiting last week. Right, we're revisiting longer ago.
Anyway, long enough introduction for us. So join in for the last bit that we're doing this week. And obviously that means we are bringing Sony back. So drum roll, please. Please welcome back Shao Dow.
One of our favourite people.
How's it going?
Brilliant, mate. Good. Yeah, really good. How have you been since we last saw you?
I'm alive.
Well, that's always a step forward.
That's something. So yeah, I wake up every morning, check I'm alive, and that's fine. It's a good start.
But you've also been being productive, because actually your weapons on the wall are framed beautifully over your shoulder now.
Weapons on the wall. I've got new art in here as well. New speakers, and I've got some new stuff coming. So yeah, I'm just trying to make my studio as creatively friendly as possible. So yeah, I've got lots of music I want to record today. So yeah.
And you've keeping well and been keeping busy. Now, for people who haven't seen, you didn't see the last one or don't know your stuff, we should probably explain.
Some of them have. The sword master is one of the comments.
The sword's on the wall now, so I'm not going to pull it down.
Okay. Just a quick, as we said last time, a quick brief run through your career.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Should I do it or do you?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. So I'm Shao Dow. I'm a professional rapper and manga author. I lived in China when I was younger and trained in Shaolin Kung Fu. I won the hardest working artist award at the AIM Awards 2017. spoke in Parliament alongside you guys on behalf of grassroots music venues across the UK, and we did some great work as a result, and I'm intensely proud of what we managed to achieve with that, and in general, just the great work you guys do. What else? I helped launch a degree course for rappers and MCs with the ACM. It's the first course of its kind to help develop rappers and MCs business kind of acumen and their general overall creative artistry. And aside from that, I just speak Japanese for some reason. So there you go.
Well, last time you were on, we had an English Japanese rap, which I think is the first.
Then there was a French one as well, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to speak some French. My Japanese is way better than my French, though. So.
It's been a weird time, though, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, I kind of just wanted to. I work from home anyway, mostly, so it's fine. But I hate being told that I have to be in the house. So the minute that you tell me I need to stay home, I don't want to be home. So I'm already planning as many adventures as possible as soon as we're allowed to leave. But yeah, I've just been trying to be as creative and as productive as possible, because I just couldn't see myself sitting around for goodness knows how long and then come out of this with nothing new to show for it. So I've been drilling my Japanese. I've been developing my studio. I've been trying to write a lot more, pushing my book as well. So I've got a manga series, and I'm writing my next book in the series as well. So yeah, just trying to do as much as possible.
And have you had any time off from working?
Well, I mean, I like what I do, so it's as I'm sure you guys do. So it's not really that you need a holiday per se. You might just need to stop so that you don't kill someone. But yeah, if you enjoy what you do, I think you just do it, and it doesn't really feel that way.
That was the doorbell. Somebody get that.
Grace is gone. It's fine.
Make sure they social distance.
Yeah, keep distance from the postman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I mean, we're a bit like you. We've been sort of flat out.
We did. Those of us that did work quite a lot from home already had a distinct advantage. I spent a bit of time with a friend yesterday who's a teacher, and so normally, obviously, goes to a place of work. Has for weeks and weeks now been teaching and doing everything that she would normally do from her home, basically on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Which of course is super stressful, because every time there's a meal, everything has to get cleared away, and and it's not a proper workspace. And so we've definitely been talking a lot as a family about having a workspace and being able to walk away from it, because you've only got one living space.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I know we're family, I like you, but I need to stop seeing you for a while. And I'll stand in this corner, and we'll reconvene in about 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that's where, I do think there's not enough discussion, particularly from journalists who I'm guessing mostly live in quite nice houses, about the fact that not everybody's got the space to separate within their homes.
I think we should say not all journalists. Yes, we know.
Okay, some of the journalists who've been writing the articles. But I mean, we've certainly been counting our blessings that we've got separate rooms for family members.
It's a blessing at the end of the day. Our health, and if we're able to survive and persevere through this, I think that we're already far better off than the majority of the world and other people, because there's people in far worse situations and scenarios than any of us. And I just try and wake up and just be thankful for the fact that I'm here. So, me saying I'm alive is somewhat facetious, but it's also not, because it's like, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. And there's people struggling to breathe at the moment. So the world is returning to normal. It's nice to go outside and see a couple shops open. It's nice to be able to go to the post office and post merchandise to fans and know that it's going to reach them, and that the whole industry hasn't collapsed yet. I am, of course, really concerned about what the economy is going to look like and what sort of depression we're going to get into, but that's a worry for another day. Let's deal with today and try and make it the best day that we can.
But I think that's sort of been the attitude that we've all been trying to deal. It's like, okay, what can we do now? Because that later thing has to wait. So what's this week's thing we can work on? And I think that has definitely helped me because, if you sit and thinking about it, then it gets more difficult, doesn't it?
Sitting around speculating is not good, and I think people do get in quite a dark place when they keep imagining all these scenarios of where we might go. We've got so many comments, I can't pick up on them all, but the one I've got to come to is David Whittle at Sucking 10C in Birmingham says he has a gap for a rapper on the 1st of June in his virtual event.
Big up, David.
Yeah,
let's talk. Let's talk. Give me a shout, please.
Okay. Lots of people saying, Simon Brace says, because I work from home, but the rest of the family go to work or school, I've actually seen more of them in the last few weeks.
Well, I mean, our kids weren't supposed to be here at all.
Ours don't even really live at home anymore. One lives in the UK, one lives in the Netherlands. Right. So. Yeah,
but it's probably nicer for us than it is for them.
Yeah, I have noticed they do tend to do what you say, go and stand in one corner of the room and keep away from us a bit. Funnily
enough, actually, my fiance is a journalist and she's working from home now. So we've been spending. How long has the lockdown been going on for? Like
about 6 years, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
However long it's been going on for, we've seen a lot of each other, and it turns out I quite like her, so I'm good with that. Like I enjoy her company, so that I feel okay to marry her. But
that's such a fortunate thing, isn't it? I mean, with our kids, where they're like, well, you're not bad as parents, because they know some kids who've had to move back with their parents that there's just like such tension.
Yeah.
And yes.
When are you getting married then? When are you getting married?
Next year, assuming we're actually still allowed to leave and have gatherings.
You're going to be allowed.
Yeah.
Do you know that 3% of the grassroots music venues in the country hold weddings?
Really? I did not know that.
That's me. There's a wedding venue suggestion.
Let's go. On stage, main stage.
Actually, at this point, we should just shout out for Simon, who was supposed to get married this last weekend.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, shout out to Simon.
Simon and Becky have postponed, and we're very sad because that would have been a lovely event.
Also,
but
shout out for Andy as well. He says, sorry I'm late. He was trying to book an optician's appointment like any reasonable dad would. No need to do that, Andy. Just go and look at the nearest castle. That's
did you take a 30-mile drive just to check your eyesight as well?
That's the way you do it, apparently. Specsavers are going out of business.
Matt as well. Right. Before we disappear down that particular rabbit hole, have you got some music for us?
Yes, I do.
Jolly good. Well, as usual, we're going to step out. We've had some weird things recently where we've stepped out and the audio's gone weird, but we're going to try it. If you see us come back and it's just because the audio went weird.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Hopefully the new speakers don't just blow everything up. Let's
go for it.
So this one's called Burnout. Please check out the music video when you get a chance. Is that okay, or do you need it louder? Oh yeah, Tech Nine's my favorite rapper. Yeah. I'm a cockroach. I survive and thrive and they lost hope. Make brand that I shine like I got soap. Keep an eye on the prize, be the top bloke. This won't end in the tie, I am not rogue. When I'm colder than a combo of Moscow, Oslo on the phosphos. If I'm not, don't try to pretend that you're not home. I'll be busy waiting outside like a black gnome. More time I cruise on my Jack Jones. I paid my dues with no bank loan. You never understand with no backbone. I full samurai fam, I travel like glad. I battle any mammal trying to strangle my windpipe. Sit tight, I bring the storm from the dawn until midnight. It's like burn out till I burn out. No half step to the last rep, the last breath, the target is the farthest, but I can't rest till past it. Never let success be past tense, I'm a boss, I can respect the sharp edge. Now I can't settle for less, I want best, I'm a martyr, ready for death for my quest. Burning man with determined plans, my wording makes sterling, I'm earning fan, been on a journey from early, I worked the land, you heard me from Turkey to Kyrgyzstan. I'll gladly be the first to stand, and the last to go down when the flames are down. I find my meaning for life on the face of drought, find a way to survive when I chase the clouds. I'm like jet fuel, mixed with petrol, mixed with mental, mixed with Red Bull. I don't hide from it, I keep it Jekyll. I just fight on to be successful. I don't get teeth out, that's incidental. You get a mouth out, I make it Deadpool. I won't turn down, won't be gentle. You're gonna learn now, cause you're forgetful.
I want everything, no time for waiting. My heart is aching to stop shaking. Desire for great things.
I'll die or make it.
Goodbye, say thanks.
3, 2, 1, till I
burn out. burn out, till I burn out, burn out, burn out,
Yeah.
till I burn
Yeah.
out, burn out, burn out, till I burn out, burn out, burn out, yeah.
I'm no victim. It don't fit in with this code written in his soul. Didn't you listen? I'm still willing to involve, digging for big goals, friggin' persistent. I couldn't calm if I wanted. Spar with the hottest if they wanna throw hands, chap man like Norris. I won't fizzle out in an office. Nah, done being modest. I'm the MVP. I'm the star of the comic till an NPC and MC went to see MPs. Now I'm changing the world with my logic. Burn through the net so I profit. Rose through the dirt like a prophet. Hurdles to know how I got it. Rude boy, I told him I frog it. Still standing, still planning, still stacking, still rapping. Only take shots with a steel cannon. I won't run out, whether I ran it. They slacking, wanna stay there with the mouth flapping. But I came here trying to slay dragons. Send the flames rage till it all blackens. That's passion. Until
I want everything, no time for waiting. My heart is aching to start shaking. Desire for great things.
sing along at home, it's easy. I'm gonna sing it too. 3, 2, 1. Until I burn out, burn out, burn out, till I burn out, burn out, burn out, till I burn out, burn out, burn out, till I burn out, burn out, burn out, yeah.
Superb.
Thank you. You know, funnily enough, actually, that song I wrote after we did the Parliament appearance, and it has a line in reference to that, which is tell an NPC and MC went to see MPs. Now I'm changing the world of my logic. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Obviously, as usual, Mark Staxter is still the coolest man in Britain.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
I need to respond to your message on Facebook, actually, Mark. Sorry, that's my bad. It's been busy.
Yeah. Time for Mark and Bev to use those moves they learnt in Link's performance. I don't know if you saw the Link's Africa performance, but that's definitely worth going and checking out on YouTube.
Yes, that was my point at which I say I don't really do audience participation. I like to organise things rather than participate in things, but I very much enjoy your performances.
Thank you very much.
So, listen, have you actually got any shows booked at all at the moment, or?
I mean, I was meant to open for another of my favorite rappers, R.A. the Rugged Man, at the Jazz Cafe in April. And obviously that didn't happen. It's been rescheduled to, I believe, September or October. But rescheduled doesn't definitely mean it's going to happen just yet. You know, we shall see. I've also got Liverpool Sound City, which has been rescheduled as well. I had performances in Canada, which are yet to be rescheduled, and then nothing yet. I'm really keen to get back out on the road and stand on a stage and entertain people. So if any of the lovely people in the comments are interested, please do get in contact. But yeah, I mean, performing is what I do. It's what I love, and it's one of the main reasons I'm a musician. And as we were speaking about earlier, if these venues disappear and if we can't have crowds and people actually standing in a venue enjoying themselves and shoulder to shoulder or in each other's armpits, as it were, I just don't really see the point of performing or making live music anymore, because that's the experience and that's the fun and the enjoyment of it all. I don't want to hear anything about virtual gigs or VR or holograms or anything like that. I want to stand on a stage. I want to get sweaty. I want to go blind with the sweat in my eyes temporarily. I want to jump in the crowd. I want to entertain people. I want to share what I'm so passionate about with people, and that's in particular why I love grassroots music venues and the independently run music venues, the ones who genuinely care about the live music experience, and they're not just there to charge the performer as much as possible to put on a show. They want to be a part of that experience, and they want to facilitate the best possible live experience for not only for the performer but for the people attending as well. And
but I think, Shao, that consideration for the performer is something that is so key to our sector, as you well know. And I found myself in quite a few interviews and meetings now saying why all this streaming obviously is amazing and it's a way of keeping something going, but it's much kinder on the audiences than it is on the performer. Because the performer's not getting the feedback. They're not getting that energy back off the audience. And I mean, I did a thing for the BBC last week where they said, oh, what do you think of driving gigs? And I said, I think they're really cruel on the performer.
No, it's not. I mean, unless you're happy with me jumping on your car bonnet, which you probably won't. It's the only way I'm doing a drive-through performance is if I can jump across the cars and perform like that. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
But some of this consideration, some of the things that people are talking about the safety of the audience, don't seem to be considering that the performers are people as well.
Yeah, and the general mental health of the performers as well, because some of us really get the most positive energy and the greatest highs just from the applause, from the experience of putting together a show and seeing it culminate in something successful. I performed at the 100 Club shortly after we were on the panel with Jeff, an amazing guy, and it's such a fantastic venue full of history. I'm planning to. That wall is reserved for one of the posters for from the 100 Club show, so I'm going to put that up. But it's venues like that they become a part of your history as an artist and a story as an artist. It's impossible to be a live performing artist and not remember your favorite venues and the experiences you had within them. So these venues are so vital to us artists, not just to the audience.
Yeah. Katie Whitehouse says, you're not alone. I feel for you. I want to jump in the crowd. I want to share what I'm passionate about with people. You and all performers need to get that energy back from the audience. A two-way thing. I think that's exactly
100%.
Well, absolutely. And it's felt most keenly at the small scale. But I do remember one of the first interviews we did in lockdown was with our good friend Tim Arnold, and we did a thing for radio where he said, what was the last gig you went to? And mine, really bizarrely, was at the O2 Arena, which is the only time I've ever set foot in there.
Yeah.
But it was Halsey, and I took my daughters. What's going on today?
Ringing the doorbell today.
I took my daughters to go see Halsey, who, as a performer, it was all about the energy she got off the audience. She came on, she did an amazing opening number, but it was really clear from that point on, that was kind of used up the energy she had, and the rest of the energy came at her from the collective.
No, totally.
It really showed perfectly that interchange of energy that's so essential to most performers.
Yeah, and let's also not forget that as performers, especially full-time performers, which I am, full-time artist, our income comes from live as well, and it's been very telling to see as soon as live disappears and we start to think, okay, well, we've got our music, and then you start to realize actually how much artists are paid for music being streamed, and it's tough. It's very, very tough when you are trying to do something that you love. So I just want to get back out on stage and just enjoy being an artist again, because that's where it's at for me. It's not about sitting behind the screen and sending social media messages asking people to check out my latest music video. It's about that connection, looking at the audience in the eye and building long-term fans.
I mean, you mentioned the streaming there. Just before we get you to play another song, have you got another song for us?
Yes, I do. Yeah, of course.
Before you get to that, we should mention the Ivers Academy of Musicians Union are running a project called Broken Record.
Yeah,
I'm involved.
Yeah, really. I mean, very important that artists should be more out of should be
because everything that I do with my time on this earth, it's always been to entertain, educate, and inspire. And anything that I can do along those lines, it's you'll see me involved. And I feel very passionate about the Broken Record campaign. And I got in contact with the Musicians Union straight away and said I want to be involved, because I find it a shame that there are so many issues that need to be addressed and championed in the music industry, and it's always the good people like yourselves who aren't even artists who are doing it, and the artists are not. There's just not enough artists involved sharing their voice, their experience, and actually saying, well, look, this is how it affects me. And I think that really needs to change. So if I have to be one of those people, until more people get on board, then yeah, I'm happy to do that.
And also, we should take you're very, very good at it, actually, mate.
Yeah,
you know,
I
that's
mean,
the other thing.
you're part of a central cluster. I mean, I do see our patrons also fronting other campaigns and things, and there are some extremely eloquent artists who are doing it for the others who don't feel as able to, and that's such a fortunate thing to have people like you. I mean, obviously Frank Turner does a lot, Katie Tunstall gets in a lot, Catherine AD, the anchoress, has just become an FAC board member as well. And you know, there are an increasing number of artists who are doing things. Well, Jeremy Pritchard, who's on our board, is you know, also on the FAC board.
And I'm part of the FAC as well as an artist ambassador. Big up the FAC.
Absolutely. And there are a few of you that are straddling the causes to try and pull the work together because you can best illustrate how these things are interlinked.
Yeah. Right. Listen, we as usual, we've talked to you far too long.
Can we have another song?
Do you have another song for us?
I do.
I back in because the sound did go funny when it went split screen. So we're gonna stay here but mute our mic. So consider this on screen yours.
But Shao's so much nicer to look at than we are. So it doesn't seem
just
fair,
ignore our part of the screen.
Concentrate on him.
Yeah, let me get the song ready. David, yes, I do have these hats available on my website if you are interested. Let's see. Here we go. So this one's called Dropkick Man. I'll give you a quick backstory on this one. So like I said, I won the hardest working artist award, the AIM Awards, and I did not expect to win it. So I had not prepared a speech. So when they called me up, I didn't know what to say. So I just ran on the stage and did a fly kick and then said some words after that. But then subsequently people were coming up to me afterwards and saying that was the best speech of the night. So I was like, oh, well, there you go. I'll just kick on stage from now on and that'll be my speech. So I then wrote a song called Dropkick Man, which is about nothing other than kicking people. There's no hidden deeper meanings to it. It's just about kicking people. So enjoy Dropkick Man.
Yeah. Well, award-winning shout, All right, cool. Let's go. Run up on the stage and I drop kick, man. Who told you I can't drop kick, man? Up, down, left, right, drop kick, man. Drop kick, man. Run up on the stage and I drop kick, man. Who told you I can't drop kick, man? Up, down, left, right, drop kick, man. I'm the best when I drop kick, man. It's a Deliveroo, it's Deliver2, and my feet best, feet chest like a Villa do. It's all hyped till I kick a dude, get a footprint in your face and you're flipping rude. Yeah, no manners, and I work hard like I'm not a goal hanger. Break the glass ceiling with a gold hammer. Shao don't play cause I am the programmer, damn it. Hit the stage, make a panic, bam it. Gonna blow like I'm on Navic planet. Then I go grab it, do it my way cause it won't understand it. Always been a boss on occasionally a gallus. Sipping South K in a blazer with a chalice. Never been a number, following the masses. I'm aiming for the wicked and I'm chilling in the ashes. Yeah, seen so much but I'm still so young. Lay the groundwork till my kingdom come. I win if they give no love cause I'm not, that's where I get the wisdom from. And I still talk funny, but I back dope so I make my money. I be fly cause I get more honeys. I own my success, can't take it from me. I'm a nice Sally, not a nightmare. You will get a back kick cause you're right there. Cry a little more better and I might care. She said she wanna kick you with me and I'm like, yeah. You're a madman if you think the life's fair. The stakes are high and I'm lucky mine rare. I'm coming from the top rope with a high chair. If I get a little buzz, I call it a light year. Roadhouse, fly kick, it's toes in your face if you don't like it. I'm sick when I ain't trying. I will wreck your Vic, I'm a black Viking. Sweet legs like a bit of plaster. You can go and tell Bizzle I'm the kick master. Why are you hyping for? If you can't heal, then you get rolled to the jaw. Why not the stage and a drop kick, man? Who told you I can't drop kick, man? Up, down, left, right, drop kick, man. Drop kick, man. Run up on the stage and a drop kick, man. Who told you I can't drop kick, man? Up, down, left, right, drop kick, man. I'm the best when I drop kick, man.
Yay!
Can I book a hug when we're allowed?
Yeah.
Because it's been so lovely to see you.
Great.
But I'd much rather see you in person.
Yeah, we need that. We need you.
You got to come to our big night out we're having. Steve Lamack, you, maybe the maid's coming. We're all going to go and see.
We're going to go see Links Africa, aren't
we?
we?
Go see Links Africa, I think.
That's awesome.
Listen, thank you so much for dropping by again, mate.
Thank you for having me again.
Really appreciated. Listen, the other thing to say is, if anybody wants to follow you, you're at Shao Dow Music.
That's the one. Yeah, on everything. yeah, just send me a message if you'd like to talk about live performances or anything like that. But yeah, I just appreciate you all tuning in, and thank you for supporting the MVT, because it's the work you guys do is fantastic and thoroughly needed.
Thank you, mate. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I feel properly buoyed up now.
I know, that was just what I needed.
I like the
this
drop
morning.
kicks as well. Drop kicks were going in. Those are always
Super lovely.
right. I'm going to go back to the world's most boring piece of paperwork.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get through my emails.
Yeah.
But we have got a meeting this afternoon for venues in
Yes.
the north, so we will see some of you later.
We'll see. Well, there's lots of people coming.
Lots of people coming, so that's good. And everyone else, we will be back for Elevenses tomorrow.
Yes. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.